Hi, welcome to my video. Join us for the fun day trip as we visited the Cold War Museum at Vint Hill, Virginia. This was a first-time visit there, and there was so much to explore. It was fascinating history and exhibits. After learning about the Cold War espionage, we headed next door to the Vint Hill Winery and looked at their Cold War displays and bought a bottle of their wine. Then we headed for lunch at the nearby Old Bust Head Brewery. To top of the day, we took a scenic drive to Clifton, Virginia for a sweet treat at Peterson's Ice Cream Depot. Come along for history, food, and a little adventure. Hope you like the video. The Cold War Museum in Vint Hill, Virginia is about 45 miles west of Washington, D.C. It's located in Fauquier County. The museum is situated at the former Vint Hills Farm Station, a significant U.S. Army signal intelligence base during the Cold War era. The museum preserves and educates the public about Cold War history through its extensive collection of artifacts, including items related to the Berlin airlift, the Cuban Missile Crisis, and espionage incidents like the U-2 incidents and the USS Pueblo crisis. The museum's holdings include over $3 million worth of Cold War artifacts, such as a Soviet SA-2 missile, American Nike missiles, and a 5,000 square foot exhibit on the Cuban Missile Crisis. This museum boasts the largest collection of American civil defense items in the United States. Other items on display encompass materials from the Berlin airlift, the 1960 U-2 incident, and the space race. The museum features objects related to the East German secret police, better known as the Stasi, USS Liberty and USS Pueblo incidents, and the Berlin Wall. You can explore displays on signals intelligence, image intelligence, and aerial surveillance. The museum also offers insights into operations at Vint Hill Farm Station as a key site for intercepting and interpreting coded messages during the Cold War. In 1942, Vint Hill Farms was purchased by the Department of the Army for $127,000 as a quiet and secure place for signal intelligence service. In July of 1942, Vint Hill Farm Station became operations and officially took over the role directed in the name Monitoring Station Number 1 as the first soldiers arrived. The Army's operations were top secret and they operated covertly. The upstairs area of the smaller dairy barn, which is now Vint Hill Winery, was one of the areas where monitoring was taking place. The lower level of the barn was still operating as a dairy barn. In November of 1943, in the upstairs area of the smaller barn, Private Leonard Mudloff intercepted and decoded a message from the Japanese ambassador in Berlin. Ambassador Hiroshi was sending a message to his superiors in Tokyo that gave a detailed description of the German Atlantic Wall defenses at Normandy and Calais, troop strengths and contingency plans. The Oshima Intercept was a crucial contribution to the planning for D-Day, the Allied invasion of Europe. General Dwight D. Eisenhower credited information obtained at Vint Hill with making a significant contribution to the success of the Normandy invasion. During the 1970s, Vint Hill Farm Station's mission changed from signal intelligence operations and education to research, development, maintenance, and logistical support for signal interception and jamming for the Army and other intelligence units. As the Cold War was dwindling, so too was the need for this type of support that Vint Hill offered. In 1993, the station was targeted for base realignment and closure commission's recommendations. Military personnel began to depart or be reassigned, and in May of 1993, the Fauquier County Board of Supervisors appointed a 17-member task force to develop a reuse plan for the station. In 1997, the Vint Hill Development Authority submitted its application to acquire Vint Hill Farm Station. The base officially closed on September 30th, 1997. Vint Hill is currently home to 66 businesses and over 1,000 employees.
Then did they start to slap them off at the other and this was because the tax refund was okay, well, we owe you the money, it's fine to get a and so what happened? Had access. Only a small handful had access.
Did you bring anything back? We were smuggling some things. And they got outside.
Working women here?
They would play like comic books and stuff from Europe and Tokyo.
wow.
Stuff to do, I guess, while they're bored. Here's pictures of them back then. Look.
So when you went through the checkpoints with these,
See, it looks like Dad's uniform.
Mm-hmm.
guard, just a young soldier, okay, salute you and everything. And then you bring it back inside.
See the burn bag?
one of our docents who's not here today, he's also electrical engineer by trade,
Uh-huh.
and he was able to get this thing working.
Wow.
So it uses a punched paper tape.
Yeah.
This is how data. We talked today about things like. Because I'm also working in IT, so this has some relevance to me as well. Like this for a data storage device and for other things. But in the 80s, we had like floppy disks, all that. What do we have in the 70s? We had this.
Interesting. Amazing.
So, what was the reason? One of the reasons for having these paper tapes is that it would receive a message to a routing center, and this message might then have to be routed to other recipients elsewhere on your network. But nowadays we have all kinds of sophisticated routers and hubs and everything else that route communications over the internet and other network systems. But in this day and age, a central receiving point, let's say like the command center in Gordon, Virginia for civil defense, would then have to relay these to other points. So you would take your paper tape and would then punched out, and then you would run it through here, and now you send it off to the others. But they have been out of service for a long time. Yes, they have two or three at least that are accessible in the open area. You can go up, touch them.
That's just as it used to,
Wow.
which stands to reason.
Yeah.
866A.
Yeah.
July 1996. There were like 3 major locations. There were 100,000 watts, I think. Not even been 500,000 watts.
The actual agents, the field agency of now, I guess they call it the Agency for Global Media, and they have these transmitters out there. You see.
Attention all stations, attention all stations, emergency. This is the National Pre-Warning Center with an attack warning. This is an attack warning. Time 16:25 Subaru. All centers, regions stand by to acknowledge roll call.
Sorry, let me get the one that does the.
Again, this is the field alternate operations center with the
You have to wait a second until that one reads.
New Mexico, Arkansas, Louisiana, DOE officer, Coast Guard New Orleans, Discharge New Orleans, Dead Mars on 6, did no 6, no light, no bill, sir.
not in here. I'm not sure.
Oh, it was North Korea.
Oh.
It's probably set up too. Estonia, Belarus.
Skybird, this is Dropkick with a red dot, one message in 6 parts. Break, break. Part 1, Bravo, Victor, Oscar, Zulu, November. Part 2, 4, Romeo, Delta, Golf, Sierra. Part 3, Whiskey, Echo, Delta, 7, Oscar. Part 4, Papa, Alpha, Uniform, Echo, Tango. Part 5, Quebec, Victor, 5, Mike, Alpha. Part 6, Juliet, India, X-Ray, Tango, Hotel. All stations acknowledge on the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is that close to you? Yeah. What would you be?
While the museum's exterior may appear modest, the interior is rich with historical artifacts and exhibits. It was really a great place to visit to relive the moments of the Cold War and the end of it, too. Many of the museum's volunteers have direct experience in military or national security roles, and they provide visitors with first-hand insights into Cold War history. This museum was established in 1996 by Francis Gary Powers Jr. and John C. Welch. And I'm so glad that we heard about this museum and came to visit it. It was well worth it. Next stop, the winery. The winery is located in a converted World War II monitoring station. It honors those times in history, and while you're there, you can see actual relics from the 40s and 50s. The upstairs area of the smaller dairy barn, which is now Vint Hill Winery, was one of the areas where monitoring and listening was taking place. Here is the place where the Hiroshima intercept happened during World War II. It was a crucial contribution for the planning of D-Day. General Eisenhower credited the information obtained at Vint Hill as making a significant contribution to the success of the Normandy invasion.
It's the first modern armed field station, see?
There was a wildlife meet and greet at the brewery that was winding down as we got there. But we got to see some baby goats, and they sure were cute.
Baby goats? Oh, baby, where's mommy goat? Where's mommy goat? Where's mommy? What a mural I've got here.
last stop of the day was a drive to Clifton, Virginia, a very quaint and historic town close to where we live, and we got some delicious ice cream.
Hurry up, it's gonna melt.
One last look at Clifton, Virginia's caboose before heading home. Who doesn't love a caboose?
Hi. You're driving the train. Hey.
That's a saw. Wood saw.
Thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment.